Wake up and move. Justin Arnold back here again at Flex MP. We're in the Movement Monday, and this is all about the hips. And no, we're not going to do a little dance or anything, but with this time of year, people aren't as active, and I'm already starting to hear people, my hips, all of this is really tight, it's sore, my back, all these things. And even if you feel like it's your back, most likely it could be something going on with your hips. And it could be partially because, yeah, maybe we're not moving around as much. Maybe there's more stress in our life. A lot of things can attribute to it. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but what I am going to do is show you about 7 different movements today that can really just help move these, mobilize these in more of an active form. So it kind of feels like you're getting a little bit of a workout, but you're also increasing mobility. And this could be great before a workout. It could be as a workout. It could be in the morning. All those kinds of things that we like to bring you here at Flex MP again, to get you moving better, feeling better, and living better. So stay tuned for 7 different movements. Get those hips more mobilized in today's Movement Monday. Man, a lot of M's. Okay, so we're gonna start standing. So the little joint stuff for the hips. And if you're a man watching this, do these and don't say these are wussy or anything, because they're gonna be good for you. I had a almost 300-pound wrestler in here this morning doing these and actually found a lot of benefit from it. So touche to that. So anyways, we're gonna start. So first one, I like to put my hand actually on my hips because then I can really feel the range of motion. And this is actually the first one. You're just gonna basically anterior and posterior, or as I like to call it, pour the cup, close the cup, because it's almost like your hips, this is called anterior, this is called posterior. Some people confuse that sometimes, but anterior, it's like, if you think of your hips, I used to have the picture up, fell down. It's almost like you're pouring your hips out, like you're pouring a pitcher of water. So you're gonna push back. And as far as reps, you could do 6 on each, you could do 10. When I'm posteriorly tucking it, I'm squeezing my glutes. Now make sure it's coming from the hips, not the back, because you could have a little bit of disassociation there. And that's why I like to put my hands on it, and you can actually feel it. And even just doing this while talking to you, man, I just feel looser in my hips. And that's the thing, if you don't feel like you got hip issues, do it anyways, and you'll be like, oh man, I actually feel a little bit better. All right, so from then we gotta go side to side. Now this, you might need a little bit of a knee bend like I'm doing, and just rocking back and forth, but make sure it's coming from the hips, like it's not coming from the back. Make sure we're not arching or doing anything around, shoulder blades pulled back, just a little bit of side to side. Same idea, about 6 to 10 each side. Then a little hula hoop or circles. And with this, I actually like to go a little bit slower, push, and make sure we're not rounding or anything. And you might, if you got some tight hip flexors, feel that really well in the front. I mean, just push, 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 just like that. And there you go. One last one standing, then we're gonna hit the ground. So that's 3 right there. I said we're gonna bring you 7, so this is number 4. With this, you're kind of like this. So you're gonna reach up and across. And while this may not seem like it's much for the hips, it is hitting other areas like your lat. But if you got really tight hips, this will help out your back, your hips, all those different things. And we're reaching and kind of gauge out where you're at. Maybe look in a mirror, have somebody take a picture. I can't really guarantee it per se, but I bet if you do about 6 or 8 or so of these each side from where you started, you'll probably see that you're reaching. Like some people might be here. I've seen people here, and then as they started doing this, it really started to open it up. So imagine with that, like your posture is everything. It actually affects your mood if you didn't know that. So if you're in this posture and don't know it, especially if you're doing a lot of this pulls your facial muscles down, and that can affect your mood. So what does this look like to you? How do you think that make you feel? Well, that can play into how you actually mentally feel. But here, much more open, face is open, chest is open. All this is more pulled back instead of here. Like even those that avoid, frown, bring that up, open that up. And this, doing all of this could really help with it. Again, when we say moving better, feeling better, living better, that's what we mean. That's partially what we mean anyways. So let's come to the ground before I go on that tangent. Okay, so from here, we're gonna get a little bit of a spinal roll. So you're just gonna sit back in that child's pose. And you're going to, now you could add some stuff like this, but all we're going to do is really drive up. And you might have seen me, but this is great for the hips. Push, 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 squeeze the glutes, open up those hip flexors. If it feels really good like it does for me right now, you can say hallelujah. Oh, sing something, feels so good. And I'll even get my neck here, especially if you're one of these desk jockeys. I bet your neck's really tight. Rock your shoulders, press through. Now, if you want to turn this into more of a workout, just come up off your knees. Still good mobility, but now we get a lot more core going into it. Oh. Don't mind me. It's okay to make noise. If someone has a problem with you making noise while doing this, they're just jealous. So just losing that up. I mean, and you want to enjoy these things. And your breath is everything in it, not only for loosening up the muscles, but also just the mind space. All right, so from there, we're going to take it into a little bit of a runner stretch rotation. So here, if you need to, you can drop that knee. But all we're going to do, we got to pick it back up. We're going to rotate this foot out and rotate this to the side. That might be a little hard for some, but then we can get that hip open. I'm going to give it a lateral side. So if you've got like IT band issues or any kind of issues, and then downward dog, whatever. If you got, like I said, things on that lateral side of the hip, IT, that's really going to stretch that baby out. And like always in these videos, there's a ton I could show you. These are just some great ones that I did today, and then I introduced to a client who came in with some hip issues and found a lot of relief. So it made for a great Movement Monday. Now this one, it's just going to be crab reaches for this last one. Again, some more hip flexor stuff. So this one you're just laying down on. And the key to this, lift your hips first, squeeze those glutes, lift up as high as you can, and then reach across. With that, you're going to get that extra hip stretch. Reach across. But again, slow this down. I don't want to see somebody going like this. I want you to lift your hips first, squeeze those glutes, make sure that's as high as you can get, and then add that reach. These are actually something I used to do in high school wrestling, and to give you a little time frame, I am 40 years old now, so you're thinking high school, 15, 16, 17 years old. I'm still doing these guys, and they're really helpful. Now, there are versions in wrestling where we do some neck versions of those for sure, and if you've done wrestling or any jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm talking about. But there you go, and that's your last one. And I know I didn't throw a lot of rep ranges in this because I want you to make it your own, but if you needed to, you could say 6 to 10 of each one, each side, if there's various sides, or like usual, just kind of go with the flow, put a clock on it, maybe a minute or so each one, and there you have it. There's some 7 ones, and if you notice with some of these, yeah, are we hitting other things than hips? For sure. And I always want to. You want to hit a few things here and there because your body is an interconnecting chain. And if you didn't know that, now you do. Think of your body like a spider web from head to toe. And just because something's bothering you in one area doesn't mean it's not the cause from another. For example, people's knees issues could be their hips or their ankles or feet or something else. So it's all connected. May as well loosen it all up. But today's focus was really those hips because of what I've been hearing lately with, I don't know, lack of movement, change in the weather, whatever it might be, it's coming through these doors. And so I wanted to send it through yours and hopefully help a few people out there in YouTube and social media land. Anyways, if you like this, please go ahead and share it because there's a lot of people that can benefit from it. And if you did find some value in this, let us know. We want to hear from you because that helps what keeps these videos going. It keeps helping these people out there as we talk about, again, just to move better, feel better, and live a better life. Anyways, thanks for tuning in to this video. Hope you're well. Take care. Peace and love, guys. Hey, thanks for checking out videos just like these. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and click on notifications below to stay up to date on all these videos that we post here throughout the week. And again, tag a friend underneath if you think they might benefit from these videos. And if you need further training or further information or a little more personalized programming to meet your needs, we can create a customized roadmap to meet your needs here at FlexMP. Just click on that link below. Again, contact us today at FlexMP to get you moving better, living better, and feeling better.